Alrighty. Yesterday, made some good progress on the season 9. And none of the episodes actually sucked, so that was a nice difference from the previous season. We'll see how it continues, I guess, but for now, good stuff. Nice. Stop failing, come on.
Congratulations, Admiral.
Level 60 actually. You don't get another level. At a war game against a fellow Intrepid class captain, I won 15-0. Wow. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Hmm. Yeah, I'll check it out after I finish with this, which I guess I just did. Alright, where do I need more skills, I guess? That seems crappy. We'll do these 3. Well, I don't imagine I'll get much more points, but still. Where was the last time? I think I am at a broken circle. Yep. Oh, and I'm just here. That's convenient. I guess the war games are some form of player versus player.
Cleared for docking.
Whoa. The hell is that? Was that a fleet? I still think this is a really bad idea. Ooh, nice.
Greetings! On behalf of Captain Cogran and Alliance Command, I am pleased to welcome you to our research station. The Captain is completing his preparations. In the meantime, I will give you a tour of the facility, where we are building a weapon that will end the Iconian threat once and for all. Follow me. Our researchers can explain how the weapon works and answer any questions you may have.
I don't see how Starfleet agreed to make a temporal ship, but I guess we'll see. This is a nice place.
And here, we have the development area.
How much do you know about the Krenim, 7 of 9?
The Borg have extensive records on the Krenim. They were a species of great interest to the Collective.
I'm not sure I like the idea of the Borg studying us like a bug in a petri dish. I'm not sure I like the idea of the Borg studying anyone.
And what about the Iconians?
The Collective spent a great deal of resources pursuing Iconian technology. They believed the species to be extinct. They were incorrect.
So much for the Borg knowing everything.
The Iconians' technology is far beyond even the capabilities of the Borg.
Fine, but what about shielding the ship that's using the weapon? We haven't solved the paradox problem yet.
This is not my first experience with alternate timelines. It would be possible to develop a form of temporal shielding to protect this vessel from alterations in the timeline.
Is the game too high, sound-wise?
Welcome to our facility. I'm working with one of the teams here to develop the time ship and choose a target. What we do is different from time travel. Anorex's designs are actually for a weapon that can remove elements from the time stream completely, and then time reshapes itself to account for that absence. In some ways, yes. Once the weapon is fired, it can create an entirely new reality. And anyone or anything that isn't temporally shielded will be a part of that reality. That's why we have to proceed slowly. If we're not careful, we could change everything we know and not even know what's happened.
Yep.
But think of the possibilities.
The possibilities to screw something up. Think of those possibilities.
Stop threats like the Iconians, even turn back time and eliminate the Borg. This is a weapon, but it's one that can make a better galaxy.
Captain Cogran's briefing is about to begin. Follow me to the conference room.
This is a so bad idea. Such a bad idea. Seriously. I like the station though. And this sound is way too loud. I'm not sure if it's loud for you though. So try that. Follow me to the conference room, and he left. I guess we'll follow the line. A device from Stargate Online, where you stick your head in and you get knowledge. Ooh. Know what time it is? It's time for pretty pictures. Sounds fine to me. Must be my headset. I should fix that at some point.
Greetings. I have heard much about your victories against the Iconians. It is an honor to work with a warrior like yourself. We are almost ready to begin. First, however, Agent Cray would like a word.
I would like to say that I'm an explorer but not a warrior, but in this game, let's face it, you are a warrior. Shouldn't Daniels be somewhere around?
Greetings. My name is Philip Cray. I'm the liaison from Temporal Investigations for this project. Well, where do I start? I'm 157 years old. That's only because I spent 90 years caught in a temporal distortion in the Typhon Expanse, serving as an ensign under Captain Morgan Bateson, USS Bozeman.
Okay.
Much of the crew of the Bozeman found
Is it control a global
to
emote?
integrate back into Starfleet. So much had changed. The Temporal Intelligence
Didn't know
Agency
that.
took in many of my shipmates due to our first-hand knowledge of events that occurred in the past. So, that's where I ended up. The Federation has some serious concerns about possible violations of the Temporal Prime Directive.
Welcome to the club.
Normally, Starfleet personnel are strictly prohibited from directly interfering with historical events and should make every effort to maintain the timeline.
I did forget, you're right.
Greetings. My name is Philip. The Federation has some serious concerns about... Indeed. That should tell you how serious this war has become. If the Iconians win, there probably won't be anyone left to preserve the timeline. In this instance, my role is to ensure that we succeed in our task with the minimal possible disruption to the timeline, as well as to address any repercussions of those disruptions. I don't disagree. As a Starfleet officer, I am sworn to uphold the Temporal Prime Directive. Not only that, but I have seen firsthand the dangers that come from ignoring it. But as the Vulcans say, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. The Iconians cannot use time travel, and that makes it a weapon we can use against them. We must consider carefully whether it is too dangerous of a weapon to use at all.
Do I have objections about what is happening or about him? It doesn't clarify, so I'll go with the first answer. I do have objections though. But before we start, let me... Yeah, this is a huge fleet. Damn.
is not going as well as we might wish. Our fleet are protecting key worlds, but dozens of other targets have fallen to Herald attacks. Civilian casualties are rising. We need to act. This facility is building a device to turn the tide in our favor. Captain Nog, what is the status of the weapon?
At least we were sitting in the
We've had
chairs.
some setbacks, Captain. We're still weeks from a working prototype. No amount of temporal manipulation will change that.
And have you chosen a target for the temporal incursion?
We're still running simulations. We've configured the holodecks to help us evaluate the possible changes that occur after removing an element from the time stream. Some of these scenarios show promise, but none are exactly what you want.
Very well. We cannot afford to wait another day.
This guy is definitely Lee from The Walking Dead.
Strike now. A direct engagement is our only option. We will put all our resources into a full attack on the Iconians. Every ship we can muster will be a part of one massive strike against the Herald Sphere. Captain Paris is already moving into position with the Vanguard. Ships here will report to the Herald Sphere as soon as possible. There will be more warriors in Stovokor tonight. But first, we will make the Iconians bleed.
Let me look around first. Oh, there is Captain Son, who doesn't actually have any talking dialogue since, what, season 6? He was very prominent in the first seasons, but then he kinda disappeared in the background. Alright, I want to see if there is anything else. Not really. Oh wait, this is new. Alright, now we'll beam up. It's a crappy plan. We know it. The character knows it. But the story must happen, so I guess we'll have to go through with it. That's ridiculous how many ships there are.
You are the last ship to arrive. We are ready to set course for the sphere.
Alpha Wing, you are cleared for departure.
Am I glad to see you? It's just not working. The Iconians are gating in their ships, and they have far more reserves than we anticipated. I've called for a hold on the flagship assault until we regroup. There's no point in a suicide run. First, we need to help our ships in trouble. Can I count on you to help?
Sure. This reminds me of EVE Online, actually. Alright.
This is Carla Metz from the USS Keller. We are losing warp containment and are in need of immediate assistance.
Down! Requesting immediate assistance!
Yeah, we'll have to wait.
Any available ships. This is Commander Novolon, RRW
Everyone requires immediate off seasons. They stop my... yeah... It's like that they can actually stop your... golden console ability. Happens every 2 minutes too, so... kinda crappy. Well, you are not wrong. But as we've said before, this Starfleet is kinda inept. Which makes sense since every crappy character from the show is actually a captain or an admiral, so what can you expect? Alright, time to rescue people that way. Time to be big damn heroes. I wish there was actually a Firefly game, MMO or not. I would definitely play it.
We're falling back.
I cannot do that, Captain. A Klingon does not run from battle. Farewell, Captain. Today is a good day to die.
Fucking Klingons, man.
Alright, people, we've got one shot at this.
If I say that, I'm gonna die, so... probably not. That was such bullshit. Totally a Wendell moment.
We'll take care of the reinforcements. Follow that dreadnought.
Trying.
We are clear to enter the gateway.
Although from what I understand, the actor himself asked for that to happen, so... But yeah, Whedon likes to kill his characters so his viewers can suffer, I guess.
The flagship's shields are down, and it's losing power. Looks like they're trying to interface with a sphere to give themselves a boost. This might be our one chance to board it and take control. I have 3 troop transports standing by.
Alright. That's a lot of enemies. I actually remember that line. I remember more lines, I think, from Firefly. Mainly because I've seen it multiple times, but it's only one season, so it's easier to actually remember them. I love that show. I love that show. Netflix is reviving a lot of dead series. I wonder if they would be interested in that. That would have been cool.
Signaling the carriers to move into position now.
I have no idea what the plan is here.
Herald reinforcements inbound. We need to deal with them.
Except for kill whatever appears, basically. I don't think there is a MMO being made. Pretty sure there isn't an MMO being made, actually. I know there was a mobile game being made, but I haven't heard about that for about 2 years, so I think that's vaporware. I can get away, stop hitting me. Yeah, I don't think it's... Check it out, but I think it's not happening. I mean, I would love a Firefly MMO. One of the big reasons I have high hopes for Star Citizen's multiplayer aspect is that in a lot of ways it is right? I didn't hit as much as I thought it would. In a lot of ways it's possible to get what I want from that game. There are a lot of ways to play it, so we'll see. I love that this ability, which is pretty good, has a chance to actually reappear after you use it because I have a trait. So good. Yep. I expect that. Like the... Whoa. What the hell? Like the Stargate MMO. It seemed promising, but that died too. I don't know what's with science fiction MMOs and dying so suddenly. But then Star Trek isn't actually doing as well as it should have been doing either. Again, the genre is the genre. The IP is great for multiple genres, and they have been mishandling it as bad as possible, I guess. So many things they can do and so little things they are doing with it. It's frustrating, really. For people that love games like this. But it is what it is. It's also frustrating because it's obviously that it will be successful, right? Let's face it. The people that play video games are all about the Fireflies and the Star Treks and the... I don't know, Battlestar Galacticas or whatever. .3D printed model, exactly as we've customized it. How much it will cost?
Great! We got through. What's your status? We can't reach any of the other away teams. Acknowledged. Sensors are picking up power fluctuations near your coordinates. The impact with the Quartar must have disrupted their systems. Start disabling anything you can reach. If we do enough damage, maybe that will help us take their ship.
That's fine. Good luck.
Away teams are attacking power junctions, but they are encountering heavy...
I'm guessing it will be expensive.
It would be an honor to join your team, sir.
And I really want the goddamn Firefly game. Or a Star Trek game. They should open up the license, like Warhammer did. You get a lot of games, some of them bad, but you get some good ones too, so... Anyway, let's not discuss it because I get upset. Let's games. Anyway, where are we going? I guess we'll go that way.
Away teams reporting in, sir. Heavy resistance and heavy casualties. detecting life signs and weapon discharges dead ahead.
Oh, I got a new device. I need to remember what it is. That's not it. What was it? There we go. That one. Man, I really wanted to like Rebel Galaxy and I didn't like it at all. I was so disappointed. It's your fault. I saw your posts how you were comparing it to Firefly and I was eager to play it and then I didn't like it. You overhyped it. The music goes good, yeah, but the game not so much. I've played him online for a couple of years, and while it was good, it wasn't what I would call as a Firefly game, but yeah, it was a good MMO. For the time I played it, actually it's one of my most played MMOs after Ultima Online.
Matara is retreating. She might be trying to recharge her energy.
Whoa, what are you doing over there? The fluctuations are increasing exponentially. Interesting, but it makes sense. The Iconians are energy beings.
Yeah, I don't understand what happened there.
The ship's systems.
I guess her powers didn't work, maybe.
But that's probably dangerous for her. She's bleeding herself dry with every gateway. Keep at it. If you can drain enough of her energy, she might make herself vulnerable.
Herald, reinforcements! To disable the other junction, sir.
Don't tell me what to do.
There is another power junction ahead.
We just need more sci-fi games. More sci-fi single-player games and more sci-fi MMOs. I'm just so tired of fantasy. Everything is fantasy. Give me some more cyberpunk, give me some more opera sci-fi or low sci-fi, I don't care. Just more science fiction. Actually, funnily enough, I got more of a Firefly vibe from Star Crawlers than I did from Rebel Galaxy. If they manage to get that game out of early access, it will be perhaps interesting, I'm not sure. Early access games are hard to judge until they are complete. Oh, I'm so hungry. Where are the rest of the... Oh, there they are.
The demon is weakening. Keep disabling the power junctions.
It's working! She's using her own energy to power the gateways.
More reinforcements, sir.
Yes, I can see them, thank you.
The area is secure, and the other interface is just over there.
Why can't I use this? Because I don't have it apparently. Is it passive? If it's passive, why it's on my bar? That's weird. I need to discard some items, we'll do it later.
I am detecting a third junction ahead.
And this season is so much better than the previous one though. Not even close. Last couple of seasons weren't really that good, but this one is really nice.
Another junction just ahead, sir.
Dude, I can read them up.
If we can keep forcing the creature to use her own power, we can weaken her enough to defeat her.
Yes, I get the plan. Thank you. Put this down before I actually engage. I'm really impressed with Season 9.
I am detecting strong energy signatures ahead. I believe it to be some kind of command center.
Big damn heroes.
Scans confirm her energy readings are decreasing. This could work.
Yeah, we can see it. Feel it.
We must disable the other interface before we continue.
Alright, nice, good job. Nice. I guess you're a fan of Firefly as well then. As you should be. A lot of people are get stuck on a show when they, I guess, take a stance that I like the show and all the other shows suck, which is weird for me. I love Star Trek as much as I love Firefly, Battlestar Galactica, Babylon 5, Farscape. Fucking great shows. Where are the Klingons? They are really, really slow. What? Where are the rest? I guess they died? You are the only one that's left? Well. Yep. Dark Matter should be finishing the season. I need to watch it. I always wait until the season is done because I dislike waiting week after week for a new episode. I liked both of those, yeah, me too. Damn it, what with these all these aliens that think they are gods? Seriously. You are no Q. Finally how Q is probably the Q continuum in general, and Q himself. How they are the most powerful entities in Star Trek, and they still don't behave like they are, you know, actual gods. What the hell is the Klingon doing? Grab it. There's not the time to stay down. You bowing? Jest cierta, no. I'm just saying.
More reinforcements. Watch your back.
Jesus, that's a lot of people. I can't see anything. Will you grab? There we go. Klingons, useless as always. You can stop, you know, just saying. Also possibility. Where the hell are they? I can't see them. Wow, that has a lot of range. Seriously, that has a lot of range. Get up. Wow, what? Get up. Oh, I guess their animation is bugged. It's game and bugs. What else is new? There we go. Success. Yeah.
I see clearly now, Ticket. I will stand with you.
You attacked us, so I'm not sure why you're surprised exactly.
Kill them. Kill them all.
Fall back! Transporter, beam us up!
Well, we killed one of them. That's something.
You made it back! Count yourself among a fortunate few. What's the situation on the flagship? I hate to say it, but that might be the first bit of good news I've heard all day. Okay, we need to fall back. While there's still a chance, the Heralds will be coming back in force.
Yeah, that huge fleet.
These warriors died well, and they will not be forgotten.
Whatever you say. Is where? Alrighty. Server not responding. We'll come back. That's it, 5 ships out of those 200-300. Wow, they have the same dialogue. That's weird.
Despite the extraordinary efforts of you and many others, our operation was a failure. We're still totaling up the casualties, but the cost was too great. The Heralds still stand. They have lost one Iconian, but if anything, that will only prolong the conflict. Defeating Matara was a combination of the sacrifice of Guroth and many others, your quick thinking and martial prowess, and the Iconians' arrogance. Matara did not believe an Iconian could die. The others will not make the same mistake. Indeed, but that is a small comfort to the warriors who have entered Stovercore this day. Those of us who remain will mourn, and then we survive.
Well, they should be happy that they entered Stovercore, so I'm not sure why they need to be comforted. That is a weird line.
I don't think we have a choice now. We have to complete the Krenim device. Captain Cogran wants it online immediately, but this isn't something we can rush. Cutting corners with temporal mechanics? That's how you end up with unsolvable time paradoxes. Look, I'll do whatever I can, but I'm scared of this technology. Building it will be the greatest challenge of my career, but actually altering time? I'm not sure anyone should have that much power.
Well, duh.
I want to personally commend you. Whatever success we had in this mission was thanks to you. The Iconians have lost their leader. Their unity is broken. That might give us an opening to end this war. The cost, though? All those people? I can't help but feel that I failed them.
It was another big mission. Basically, every single episode so far it has been about an hour, which is good.
Our losses were great today, and we will mourn for every hero who died defending their galaxy. I am a warrior. I believe in honorable combat, direct tactics, and looking my enemy in the eye. Although you did manage to destroy Matara and break the unity of the Iconians, I now see that we cannot use traditional combat to defeat them. Captain Nog and his team will continue their work on the weapon. It may be our only option.
Training manual. Okay. Iconian War Veteran. Oh, it's a title. Meh. So this does more DPS. Five reactive armor catalysts can be used to provide a boost of temporary hit points. Nah. Universal Kit Module. Jam Subspace. Ooh. I like that, actually. I always like these.
The research teams in the Kiana system require your assistance. They have been running thousands of temporal incursion simulations of how to use the Krenim weapon. But I need an officer with field experience to evaluate the project and its feasibility. You will participate in a focus test of the most promising options. A blade cuts both ways. We must be sure that what this weapon can do to the Iconians does not cause greater harm to us.
You got it. Oh, this is engineering. Not bad. Butterfly, it has the best science console you will need. Alright, I'll keep it in mind. Or, you know, remind me because I will probably forget. Alright, let's see. There. Let's see. What? That's not the ability you have. So let's see, level 3 gives what? Minus 42 to all damage for 20 seconds, minus 44 flight speed for 20 seconds, disables launching fighters, hazards, fields, prevents ship separation, and I will lose 356 radiation damage every 1 second. Yeah, let's try that. And you plus 32 shield penetration energy per pulse. Alright, let's see. Yeah, let's try that one. Alright, let me take a 3-minute break, as usually, and I'll be back with the next. What happened to my traits? What happened to my traits? They're still here. Nothing happened to them. What do you mean? Oh, they have traits too. I didn't know that. Nice. Alright, yeah. I'll be back in 3. Alrighty. Back to it. Look at all these words I'm getting because I'm playing on normal. Oh, did they fix it already? Or made it, actually?
Welcome! We have been working with the Krenim to build both this facility and a weapon similar to the one developed by Anarax in the 22nd century. Captain Nog is running point for the Alliance, but teams from all across the Alpha and Beta quadrants are involved with the research. It's fascinating work, but there's a lot to do yet. Captain Nog might be able to explain more. He's waiting for you. It's good to see you too. For a few weeks, I was helping the Alliance research new ways to deactivate Iconian gateways. We were making progress, but it wasn't fast enough to stop the advance of the Heralds. After Captain Nog made contact with the Krenim, I asked to transfer here. Now I'm working with interdimensional resonance harmonics to help recreate Anarax's work. Yes, I have. I guess the Solanae aren't visiting me at night anymore. Or maybe it's the 14-hour days trying to wrap my brain around complex temporal equations that are wearing me out. Either way, my sleep is greatly improved. Thank you for asking. Welcome. We have been working with the Krenim.
Yes,
Captain Nog might be able to explain more.
A lot of important stuff. Alright.
I wish I was seeing you under better circumstances. We've managed to make a prototype of the Krenim weapon in Anarax's records, but we have not attempted to use it yet. Time isn't something you mess around with, so we have been conducting simulations here of possible incursions, as well as developing new ways to protect and store data on various timelines. When we talk about time alteration, we're specifically referring to the Krenim weapon's ability to remove something from time. Anything, from a single molecule to an entire civilization. It's as if the target of the weapon never existed at all. Correct. The changes ripple out from the incursion point and result in a new reality where the target no longer exists. This does mean that the ship must be able to fire on a target. The details are a bit more complex, of course, but that's the main difference from conventional time travel. Temporal agents from all three factions are watching everything we do carefully. That's one of the reasons we're running holodeck simulations first. Between you and me, I'm glad they're here. The Krenim are a little too eager to use the weapon. Time manipulation is a very delicate operation under the best of circumstances. We can't just start shooting things out of existence and hoping it all works out for the best. I wish I was seeing you under better circumstances. That was the first simulation we tried. The results were fairly catastrophic. Without the Iconians, the first development of warp technology by other cultures in the Alpha Quadrant is severely delayed, by about 50,000 years. Removing the Iconians would change everything we know. Let me put it this way. In one version, the Day Ones eventually rise to power and conquer most of the Beta Quadrant. They are forced back by the Vulcans, who never embrace logic, and later enslave much of what is now Federation and Klingon space.
That will be interesting.
I'm not done yet. The Herc never developed warp technology at all, so they never invade Kronos and unite the Klingons as a warrior culture. When the Vulcan Star Empire finds the Klingons in the 22nd century, they were mostly farmers who had made some advances in epic poetry. By the present day in this simulation, the Vulcan Star Empire is locked in a to-the-death struggle with the Dominion. I wish I was seeing you under better circumstances. We've managed, that the Iconians can't time travel because it unravels their minds. She was being dramatic, but she was essentially correct. When most humanoids time travel, they retain the memories of their timeline of origin.
Or a full season with the mirror universe. That would be great.
At least partially energy beings.
I'm surprised we haven't actually done that.
Their own power to open gateways, and their brain structure is very different from other humanoids. As far as we understand, if an Iconian traveled back in time, their mind and memories would reshape to fit that time, so they would retain no memories of the present. They don't use time travel because it would literally be taking a step backwards.
Actually, that's a good thing. If we could get them back in time, maybe they will forget whatever made them hostile in the first place. Because to start with, they weren't really bad guys or evil. At least that's what the Preserver said.
I wish I was seeing you under better circumstances. We've managed. Once we make an incursion, anything not protected by a temporal shield will conform to the new timeline. That includes all of us once this mission is over. We won't remember the Iconians, the war, or anything that changes in the new timeline. Clouda has been leading the work to create a shielded computer core to hold all the data we currently have. A time capsule, I guess you'd call it. Correct. This isn't the sort of sacrifice we'd expect any personnel involved in the incursion to make. So we've built a computer to retain the information for us. We'll know what happened before, even though it essentially will have happened to someone else. I wish I was seeing you under.
And again, I don't understand where is Daniels in all of
this. We've
this.
managed to make a prototype of the Krenim weapon in Anorax's records, but we have not attempted to. We've tried a different number of scenarios, but only in the holodeck. Direct action against the Iconians is proving to be problematic, because so much time has passed since they were first a great power. Incursions that far back in time must be carefully planned, or the fallout of even minor changes can ripple across reality. We have, however, seen some promise in trying to delay their arrival. Actually, it would be closer to a 700-year delay if our calculations are correct. The Iconians have had 200,000 years to build their fleets, but we're catching up to them. We've already seen what the 29th century technology can do. Imagine what we'll have in the 32nd century. Exactly. The other potential solution is to cut into the current power base. What if the Iconians never allied with the Alachi or the Solanae? We wouldn't be facing the trouble we do now. The three most promising incursions each follow one of these tactics. My teams have been running simulations and refining their targets, but I'd like you to assist them using a special quantum recursive algorithm. Our simulators
that makes
can run
sense.
the outcome of a possible incursion on the holodeck. Interacting with that simulation will give us more data than just crunching the numbers. We need to really interact with it to see what reality would look like, and for that, I need someone like you with field experience.
But it's basically describing what Daniels did, right? The way his ship worked, the bubbles, all of that.
Hello. Please allow me to explain what we're doing here. We've determined that if we remove a specific series of stars from the Beta Quadrant in the distant past, a rogue planet will enter the Iconia system and cause massive geological damage at about the same time the planet was bombarded by the Iconians' enemies. The technological buildup of the orbital bombardment that destroyed the Iconian civilization will still happen, but the Iconians themselves will have to deal with a natural disaster, not a war. Maybe the survivors of a natural disaster, if there are any, won't be so vengeful, and none of the stars we will remove have planets with the possibility of developing life.
Alright, now,
Overall effect on the galaxy.
what about the future though?
It's a painful path, but it could be the one that leads to peace. The number of stars we will have to remove is a concern, which is why we're trying this in a simulation first. But as Captain Nog said, these simulations aren't perfect, so we have devised a holodeck program that will expand and extrapolate on possible effects of the temporal incursion. It's the best option we have available to us. The holodeck's algorithms have been updated to change and adapt to the data created by the simulated timeline alteration. This is not your average holo novel. Once we run the program, you'll be able to interact with our best approximation of the new timeline. Interaction with the holodeck components will allow the program to generate a more in-depth solution and give us a better idea of what to expect. We have set this simulation on a Federation starship patrolling the Sol system, and you are the captain. If all goes as planned, we expect that almost everything in the system should be close to current reality.
This is actually quite interesting. Investigate Alteration Alpha. Where? Why can't I see this temporal agent? Oh, there he is.
Hello.
These are all things we asked before, so I guess we'll move on. Well, this is not going as planned.
Captain, you're alive! We repelled the intruders on the bridge, but the ship has taken heavy damage, and a lot of the crew are injured. Sir, I'm not sure this is the time. So many people are hurt, and most of the systems are offline. The life support is on backups, and our resources are down to nothing, and... The Dominion stopped firing at us when we lost weapons. Now they're focusing on Earth's defense grid, but it's only a matter of time before they return to finish us off.
Why are the Dominion here? I guess because the things that changed.
Sir, I tried to fight them off. The boarding parties, the Jem'Hadar. We have to stop the Dominion. They can't take Earth too.
Yeah, as close as possible to our reality, my ass.
We can't stop them. Maybe if we hadn't been at war with the Romulans. Maybe if the Klingons hadn't ripped themselves apart. I'll be fine, Captain. Just rattle.
I never expected they would get so far into our defenses. I'm sorry, Captain. I just need a moment. Then I'll be ready to fight.
Incoming hail!
Alright.
USS Ajax. Sensors show your ship is completely defenseless, and I would prefer not to delay our arrival at Earth to deal with such a minor annoyance. Surrender now, and I will guarantee the safety of your crew.
We'll never surrender. It's a simulation anyway, so who cares? Hull breaches on deck 4, 5 and 6. Hull integrity 22%. Weapons offline, shields offline, life support, emergency backup engaged. Betazoid, estimated casualties 3 billion. Damn. Vulcan, uninhabitable. Uninhabitable. Estimated casualties 9.4 billion. Andoria's in flames. Wait, it's a nice planet. This is a really interesting mission. Cool stuff. So about the simulation then.
Sorry, we were watching from the control room, and that could have gone better. Even
Yeah,
with all that, the simulation data on whether the Iconians were entirely eliminated from that timeline is inconclusive. We were able to record your interactions, and we've been able to piece together what happened from those. From what we can piece together, the Klingon Empire was never unified by its conflicts against outsiders, and the great houses turned on one another instead. The Romulans took the chaos as an opportunity to attack. The Federation stepped in to help the Klingons, and the war between the three factions basically ripped the quadrant apart. The Dominion then conquered all three weakened powers. Agreed. My team will continue working on other possible incursion scenarios.
Alright, let's try simulation number 2.
Another one of you Voyagers? I don't know how you can help.
Voyagers, please.
My
Don't
team is
insult us
working on
like that.
scenarios that reduce the Iconian power base. We're attempting to do so by fixing a mistake that Janeway allowed to happen decades ago. We're going to stop the Vaadwaur from being rediscovered. We plan to do this by preventing Voyager from ever coming into contact with underspace. This will prevent them from finding Vaadwaur Prime, and 7 of 9 will never wake the Vaadwaur. No, but you're all the same. You come to our quadrant, meddle in affairs that don't concern you and that you don't understand, and leave chaos in your wake. Now you want us to help you alter time. Tell me, does that sound like something someone like you should be doing? None of us are going to survive if we don't try to repair the damage you've already done. The goal is to cause a solar flare that will force Voyager to divert from the course it was on when it stumbled into underspace. If it safely passes
This guy
without
does not
entering
inspire
underspace,
confidence.
it can continue on its trip home and bypass the Vaadwaur entirely. The simulation is set for the USS Voyager, which is fitting since they caused the problem in the first
Shut up
place.
about it already, Jesus.
Our projections show that even
Let
if
it
the
go.
Vaadwaur never return, your people will still find a reason to stick your noses into our business. So we're attempting to see how the elimination of the Vaadwaur will change the formation of the Delta Alliance. You will be a member of the
How will that
diplomatic
help us against the Iconians? It won't. Man, these guys are not trustworthy at all.
Don't mind Noy. I think he partially blames people from your quadrant for some of the Krennan's troubles. After all, if Voyager hadn't restored the Vaadwaur, they would have never been in a position to ally with the Iconians. But there is no reason to dwell on past hurts. We're trying to fix what we can here, and then learn to accept the rest. Noy funnels that passion to help his people into his work. Perhaps it will change everything. It is a pleasure to meet you. Both Captain Nog and Seven speak highly of you. My name is Claudia, and I am a Tutarian. We're from a region of the Delta Quadrant Voyager never visited, so we haven't had much contact with species from the Alpha and Beta Quadrants until now. However, my world has had close ties with the Krenim for several years. Now that they are actively pursuing temporal technology, I chose to join them and lend whatever assistance I can. I miss my home, but I've made a new one here. Meeting Noy has opened me up to a world beyond my own. It is a pleasure to meet you, but I was on Kiana Prime with Noy when we received word of the Vaadwaur attacks. We had only hours to get the temporal equipment running and remove the population from the time stream. Since then, the focus of my work has been developing more stable data storage. We can see into other timelines, but we need a way to secure the data through temporal shifts, so we can preserve information about incursions and their effects. In the case of a catastrophic shift, that data could be used as a map to restore the timeline. It is a pleasure to meet you. Don't mind Noi. I think he partially blames people from your quadrant for some of the Brennan's troubles. After all, if Voyager hadn't restored the Vodcor, they would have never been in a position.
Oh, this is the same thing. Okay.
But there is no reason. It is a pleasure to meet you, both Captain Nog and Seven.
All right.
This is an absolute disaster. I had thought that Admiral Tuvok was being pessimistic about the chance for success here. But now, I think he was right. No, it's not. The hierarchy started setting these people against one another before Admiral Tuvok and his team could start to pull them together. The very fact that they all agreed to be in the same room is a minor miracle. Eventually, between Vulcan logic, Klingon tenacity, and Romulan pragmatism, we'll convince everyone here that the threat is real, and an alliance is in their best interest. But it won't be easy. Now, if you'll excuse me, I see I have another argument to break up.
We've always tried to be good neighbors and treat other races with respect, but this is really too much. The Malon are using our system as a dump, and their trash isn't our problem. The Malon might not be the biggest threat, but they are the most immediate. Wait until they start dumping their trash in your front yard, and see how you like it.
That's not what I'm gonna do.
Are you here to preach about responsible waste management too? You can save it. I have a commitment to my people and my planet that supersedes any other concerns. How dare you dictate how we should behave? The disposal of hazardous waste is a noble sacrifice my people make on behalf of their families. Who are you to cheapen their sacrifice? What we do is none of your business. Are you here to preach about responsible... I don't want to talk about the hierarchy. They're nothing but trouble. That's part of the reason we're looking for new dumping grounds. I've lost too many ships in the past year. Half a generation of valuable and desperately needed haulers. They're just gone. And I know the hierarchy is to blame. Are you here to preach about responsible waste? We don't need outsiders telling us what to do. If the Talaxians want to talk, they can come to us directly.
Yeah, but why? Why not just produce clean waste or use other methods? The penitents could potentially pressure the Malon to return. Okay.
Yes, what is your question? I am rather busy. The Hazari are stepping up their smuggling operations, and the hierarchy's new drive for profits has created a significant increase in attacks on unaligned transports. We have enough to do at the moment without getting into a dispute that doesn't concern us. The hierarchy is harassing our supply lines, and I'm convinced they're behind the losses we've taken over the past 3 months. We're having to double up patrols, which means we're leaving holes the Hazari can slip through. The Malon are a headache we don't need. Yes, what is your question? The hierarchy's surveillance measures are the best in the quadrant. That's left us more exposed than I would like. We're losing ships. Once or twice we found debris with hierarchy weapons signatures. But they're cautious. It's like they can smell traps. Yes, what is your question? Good luck with that. The Hazari aren't interested in anything but making deals. This whole meeting is just a waste of time. Unity might work where you come from, but I don't have any reason to cooperate with criminals like the Hazari or thugs like the Hierarchy. What do you want? Did the Benthans make you one of their little deputies? Or was it the Malon? Before everyone broke ties with the Hierarchy, they told us what people say about us. Mercenaries. Honorless. Ha! They all deny it, but we know. Now we look out for ourselves. No, we need to make a living same as the rest of you. If the Benthans would take out the Hierarchy on our borders, we wouldn't be forced to move into Benthan space. But no, they won't do that. They don't think mercenaries rate protection. What do you want? Did the Benthans make you one of their little deputies, troublemakers? They make our jobs harder and easier. They watch everyone. We used to trade for information from them, but now they won't sell. If we can capture one of their ships, it's like a treasure hoard of information. Makes hunting bounties real easy. But it's harder to take out their ships. I hear they're getting upgrades. And it's not just their ships. Stories going around about one captain whose arm was ripped off by a Hierarchy commander. Used to be they'd run from fights.
Yeah, that
Now
seems
they
different.
start them. What do you want? Did the Benthans make you one of their little... Fine. Run back to the Benthans. I'll be here if you want to talk business.
Wow, and we just insult them after that. We are the best diplomats ever.
Unraveling this mess could take months, years.
That was weird. We don't like people calling us mercenaries, and we just call them mercenaries. A hierarchy were working with the Latsi. Both Herald and Iconian readings. More ships than normal. Well, that didn't go well either. I love the holodeck. Good job. Again, this season. So good.
Damn, that was useless. The Iconians were so determined to have a hold here that they simply found another species to fit the bill. Maybe if you had been a better negotiator, you would have been able to unite those representatives against the Hierarchy. Then at least...
You can go try that yourself if you like.
This scenario isn't as catastrophic as trying to remove the Iconians, but it's not exactly ideal either. We'll have to try something else.
You must excuse my husband's harsh demeanor. This has been a very trying time for the Krenim. Thank you for helping us get this far. We'll keep working.
She looks like someone from the Enterprise show, but I don't remember who she was. Maybe it's not. It's a different species, but she looks familiar.
Trust my wife to be the voice of reason. Perhaps I was too hard on you. I just want to be able to fix all of this. We can't turn back time, but we can change it.
Oh yeah, I think she looks like the leader of one of the factions, the Time factions. Alright, Gamma team it is.
Hello. We've been waiting for you. Our team is focusing on delaying tactics. What if Iconia had never been discovered?
Claudia looks familiar for a reason. Oh, I see.
Captain Donald Barley of the USS Yamato found a star chart on Denias 3 that revealed the location of Iconia. I want to redirect a meteor to impact the archaeological site on Denias 3 before Captain Varley begins his excavations. Iconia will remain a myth, and we will not attract the Iconians' attention as early as we did. True, but if you compare the changes in Iconian technology over the past 200,000 years with what the rest of us have done in the past 2 centuries, it's obvious that the Iconian culture has stagnated while we have advanced rapidly. Additionally, there are other factors in play that could trigger the alliances and sharing of technology that have come about because of the Iconian threat. It's a risk, but it's one that could pay off. The program is set for Romulan space. Because the Hobus supernova was caused by direct Iconian interference, we expect Romulus to be intact in this new reality. As such, the Romulan Star Empire should once again be a major power in the quadrant.
That sounds like a great idea.
On a Romulan warbird. Yes, to call it a huge change would be an understatement. Please be aware that nothing will be done unless the Republic agrees this is the best possible solution. There is already a team here working on the possible restoration of Romulus, and Commander Jirak has been authorized to speak for the Republic if needed. The fact that our data shows delaying the Iconian arrival will also save Romulus is an interesting coincidence, but it does not mean we will accept the solution without looking at other options. The program is set.
This is a pretty fantastic mission. I really went all out with this one.
Sub-Commander. I'd like to test out some new security passcodes. If you'd be so kind as to seal the doors and disable certain equipment, we need to talk. Thank you for playing along, Sub-Commander. The Tal Shiar can't hear us now. I need to talk to you about Datan and the Separatists. They've been located near the Dewa system. What we do next could change our future. Datan has been inspired by Spock's teaching. He and many others have left the homeworld and are gathered together in a flotilla somewhere near Tal Dewa. Datan and his allies have been making overtures of peace to both the Federation and the Klingons. Because of this, they have enough support that even the Tal Shiar won't take direct action against them. The Borg are at our borders. The Empire can't fight the Collective and the Separatists at the same time. Thank you for playing along, Sub-Commander. If I wouldn't have needed you to lock the door. I intend to put Lieutenant Salan in the brig, and then take this ship and crew to join the Separatists. Are you with me? I know. I have tried to work within the system, but the system is broken and corrupt. Datan and his people are building something better. You and I both know it. The crew knows it. We will take this warbird to Datan, and we will finally be free.
This will go well. Planning mutiny.
Secret conversations between the commander and one of his senior officers? Very suspicious. Loyal citizens of the Romulan Star.
Is that the guy
have no need
that was a Borg?
Doors.
He looks different, but if he's not a Borg, he should look different. I'm not sure if he was Romulan though.
Tamer, you are a fool, and you will be the death of everyone on this ship. Datan and his people are terrorists.
Oh, it is him.
If you
Cool.
join them, you will share their fate.
My friends, it is time we forge our own destiny. A destiny free from the tyranny of the Tal Shiar. If we leave, we will have a better, brighter future than what they would allow us. I know this is a step into the unknown, but it is a step we will take together. Throw off your chains. We will join our brothers and sisters in freedom.
I wanted to let you know that I am with you and Commander Tamer. Some of my family has left Romulus to join Datan.
It's a
I'll be
trap.
proud to join them.
Okay. No Herald or Iconian signatures, no references to Heralds in the ship database. The only reference to the Iconians are in the historical files, and most refer to the Iconians as a myth, okay? They are heightened level of Borg activity throughout the Beta Quadrant. Well, that was, I guess, so far the best result.
That is the most promising simulation yet. It appears there was some merit to our hypothesis that the Iconians advanced their plans due to early contact. The readings do indicate higher levels of Borg activity, but it should be an acceptable risk. The data in this simulation does show higher Borg activity than we're currently seeing, but there are no signs of Herald, Iconian, or Solanae presence at all. And while the Romulan Star Empire is restored to their former power, there is a democratic Romulan group opposing the Tal Shiar. And more importantly, Romulus is intact. This is the result many of our Romulan researchers have been trying to bring about. The political calculus of the quadrant will change, but the data supports what you saw on the holodeck. No Iconians. We have solid projections. The only suggestion I have now is that you consider it in conjunction with Captain Nog and the Republic representatives here.
We don't really have enough data to make this no Iconians assertion, because they might be hiding or they might be ready to go, you know, after a few years. This is not a great way to pick.
This last test has the most promising results I've seen, and saving the Romulan homeworld is an added bonus. We're not going to have a lot of shots at this. I've been looking at Anorex's work, and I think it's too easy to get into a temporal loop where you try again and again for a specific result and time starts fighting back. I'm inclined to say this is our best chance. But this will have a huge impact on the reality we know, especially your people, Commander Jirok. I won't give my authorization without hearing from everyone.
This is difficult. It would change everything for us. We'd have our home back, but the Republic, everything we've built, it would all be gone. But there's still hope. Even in this other reality, Datan has led many Romulans away from Sela and her Tal Shiar thugs. The simulation specifically mentioned Datan and a separatist movement. Commander Tamer makes the choice to join Datan, the same choice he made after the homeworld was lost. With Romulus, we could have numbers. More people who have had enough of the Tal Shiar's oppression could join us. Maybe millions more. If Datan is able to get a movement going, even at the height of the Empire's power, I have to believe that change is possible. Make the incursion. The lives we save will be worth the work we'll have to do to reform the Republic. The Tal
They are
Shiar
not
wasn't
talking
able
about
to
the
stop
Borg
us
at
the
all,
first
though.
time. They won't stop us again.
Lisette and the Cranium vessel will be traveling with us to the south of the temporal location. The Cranium vessel has the weapon on board and will provide its own security. Alright. All three vessels will be temporarily shielded. Okay. Yeah, let's make a huge change without enough information. That sounds like a great idea. Totally logical. I like that what they did with that episode and the way they simulated possible results, but the result we got wasn't really that clear for us to take that decision so lightly.
Target acquired and locked. Activating weapon. Incursion complete.
It will be good to see the world of my birth again.
That it was still firing.
Elements? Is that Romulus?
Is it Borg?
It's been completely assimilated.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Yes, I think we have a problem.
Thanks, Captain.
No.
Understatement.
We expected to see some Borg activity, but this can't be right.
I agree that this is unexpected, Commander, but we knew there would be anomalies. We need more information. Let's find out where the simulation might have gone wrong.
The whole system can't be assimilated, can it?
Well,
that is a lot of Borg.
Yep, seems pretty assimilated to me.
According to these scans, the planet has been completely assimilated. I'm not detecting any non-Borg life signs. This is bad. Really, really bad. We need to fix this. Borg ships decloaking. Red alert.
Great.
First the Klingons, now the Borg. Does everyone steal cloaking technology from us?
Oh, I didn't realize the Klingons had stolen the technology from the Romulans. Oh yeah, that build is really nice. But it says a timer. God damn it. That's annoying.
Borg reinforcements on an intercept course.
I guess I can use it once per minute instead of once per 2 minutes. But I'm not sure if it's worth the loss of the better hull heal. Definitely keeping it here though.
Information before we can fix this. I'll keep the Krenim ship well out of Borg sensor range while you go in and find out what happened. Hurry, more Borg will be arriving soon. I've modified some personal shield generators to shield you temporally as well. I'm transporting them over now. Hurry, the temporal shielding drains a lot of power. You won't have much time down there before you're unprotected. If that happens, this will be your new reality.
Great. Claude says he's concerned about the weapon. We probably only have one more shot. We need to get this right. Okay. Is Claude on the weapon? I don't think this is with us.
We need more data to plot a possible solution. With any luck, the Borg will have what we need. Maybe. Our focus is on restoration. There is a computer node in this area of the Unimatrix.
Well, it was not really unexpected.
Find the node and download all the data you can from the point where we made our incursion. That should help us find out how to fix this.
I'm going to join you. I know this place. Or at least I knew this place. Before we lost the homeworld, it was a Talshar complex. Most of the secrets of our empire were stored here. I thought I was getting my home back, but now the Borg have taken it all away. This is like losing Romulus all over again. The controls ahead of us will unlock the bulkheads. The whole planet. All our people. They're Borg.
Yep. Not sure where they are hostile, but...
I can't believe we were so wrong.
I can believe it pretty easily. That's not good. Didn't I change weapons? Apparently not. Oh wait, crap. I don't have the remodulator or whatever it was called.
Cover me! I'll override the door controls.
Totally forgot. Didn't I get a gun? I don't see it. I thought I got a new gun, but... Well, that's weird. Oh yeah, alright. I remember the gun, but I forgot I chose the other ships.
Got it.
Well, that's no problem.
We
I
have
don't understand
to find
how
a way
this
to make
weapon I
this
have
right.
makes... Hmm... 553. Still does more damage than this weapon. Somehow. Anyway.
Resistance is futile.
There. That's the access node console we need. Locked. We'll have to circumvent their security measures. Wait! Incoming Borg!
Alright. We have to be fast, I guess.
This was Romulan technology once, but it's been completely assimilated.
That's how the Borg work. We passed on that assimilation. We did that once. I think that was fine.
When we lost the homeworld, I thought that was the worst thing that could happen to us. Hakiv?
You will become one with the Borg. Resistance is futile.
Great. Defeat Secundus of Borg. It's a good thing I didn't remove the modulators. What are they called, by the way? Oh, they are called the modulators. Cool. We didn't bring the cat in an away mission. It's safe on the ship.
It looks like the main invasion of Romulan space occurred about 20 years ago. Something happened in the Delta Quadrant. The Borg assimilated something that greatly improved their technology. They adapted, evolved, and my people, they didn't have a chance. Maybe it's our fate to lose Romulus.
I wonder if they assimilated the Iconians or some of their allies.
must get out of here. There are more than 20 Borg ships on an intercept course.
More Borg on the way.
Alright, let's get the hell out of here.
Borg decloaking.
Don't care. Running away. Can I not run away? I guess not. Well, okay then, I guess we'll have to fight. Which is weird because apparently you can run away, but the game won't let you proceed. What's this?
Transmit the data! Hurry! We're under attack! We're losing power! Send the data now before we lose temporal shielding!
Focus on your repairs. We will make sure the data is preserved. Data is compressed and ready. Communications array is ready. Secure channel confirmed.
Data received!
I'm running the numbers now. Target the Borg transwarp network. The Borg may never be able to reach Romulus.
It is a great risk. The Borg have a great deal of influence on the timeline. There is no time to run simulations.
Do we have a choice?
We do not.
I don't like what I'm hearing.
Targeting the transwarp network.
Firing the weapon! Now!
The Borg are gone. And so is Romulus.
Romulus isn't the only thing we lost. Temporal shielding is failing.
What happened?
The Borg did too much damage to the generators. If we lose the temporal shielding, we'll all reintegrate with the timeline.
Has anything else changed?
Checking. No. The Tutarians. They're gone.
What? How?
I see the problem. 20 years ago, your people tried to replicate the work of the Solanae to protect themselves from the Borg. In this timeline, they failed.
Temporal shield is at 8%.
No, I need to restabilize the shields.
I'm downloading my personal files into the shielded core. You'll have all my research notes and everything we've recorded from this mission.
You're giving up? When the shield fails, if the Tutarians were lost in the past, then you'll be lost too.
Temporal shield is losing integrity.
Is there anything we can do?
No, we all knew the risks.
Well, that was unexpected. Man, this season is really good. What happened? I think we reintegrated with the reality and we don't know that we already did this. Wrong room. I can't actually speak to him.
We found a temporally shielded computer core, and it shows 2 uses of the Krenim weapon. But as far as I know, the Iconians are still out there. We changed the timeline, but we didn't fix our most important problem.
So do we remember what happened?
We won't be sure until we finish analyzing the data, but the Krenim weapon was used twice. I remember being on the bridge of the Krenim ship and seeing a readout with a far lower power reserve than had just been there a moment before. I'm sure you had a similar situation. As to the greater differences, we'll know more soon. I only hope the ripples from what we did today don't start a tsunami. We found a temporally shielded computer
I don't think we do remember.
and it shows we haven't dug that far into the data yet, and it will take some in-depth investigation to catalog all of the changes. Noi is going to lead the group taking care of
That's
them.
a bad decision.
I will say it is odd to find personal logs I don't remember making.
We should let someone else lead the group.
Very. But from what we've already seen, it appears the reason the weapon was fired twice was because we had to try to correct a change we made. Technology like this seems so simple, but even the smallest change can make more trouble than it solves. We have to be more cautious. Far more cautious than we've already been, I suppose. The next mistake might not be fixable. Time alteration might not be the answer. There are some problems that can't be solved with a weapon. But time travel... Look, whatever happens, it was good working with you. I hope we have the chance to do so in the future.
No, it's okay.
I have a lot of information to analyze. The shielded core appears to have made it through the process intact.
Yes, it's me who made the mistake, of course.
How the changes have affected.
Doesn't have the voice or reason too.
Clearly, you made a mistake somewhere. I still feel this is the best technology available to us, but we will need minds sufficient to the task to operate it.
How good would it be to read all about his wife that disappeared?
We've put so much hope into using the Krenim technology to solve our problems. Perhaps I was caught up in the possibilities and blind to the potential for disaster. We tried and we failed. But this isn't the end.
Of course.
You'll keep looking at the simulations, as well as any other option open to us. I have to have faith that we will find a way to defeat the Iconians.
I was conducting another simulation, and all of a sudden I got an emergency call telling me to stop everything. I will be looking at whatever data we managed to save to try and determine what went wrong. Maybe we can try again after we know more. It has been good to have you here, but we will have to consider if time alteration is really the best course of action. Of all the records we have of time travel, few have as drastic a result as this. Perhaps removing elements from the time stream isn't the solution.
I like that they all just realized how dangerous this is. Like it wasn't obvious before. Somehow. Voyager can only make things worse. That's its whole existence. Making things worse for everybody.
Captain Nog tells me that the initial test of the Krenim weapon was less than promising. He says that he and his team have a great deal of data still to analyze. But I do not believe they will find much that will assist us. Removing elements from the time stream is reckless,
How did they suddenly change opinion? Everybody.
Fruitless effort to destroy the Iconians.
Jesus.
It is time to consider all of our alternatives.
Alright, this is the console you were talking about. Yes. Okay.
One way or another, the war ends today. The Iconians are massing for a final push towards the key worlds of the Alliance. We are gathering any remaining forces to mount a defense. And perhaps, if we are fortunate, we will be able to turn back time.
Plus 20% maximum shield capacity. Alright. It's also part of a set, but I guess I would have to redo those missions. Alright, focus assault. Let's see, what's this? For the next 20 seconds, allies attacking the target gain plus 20% bonus damage for 3 seconds. That seems crappy. That doesn't seem decent at all. Look at all the other stuff. What other stuff? Oh, yeah, I read it. I'm not feeling these skills though. How was it for 20 seconds and then it's for 3 seconds? I'm not sure how that works. Anyway, proceed. I think we can fit one more mission.
You are cleared for docking.
That was rude.
The High Command is still intact, and Kronos remains unconquered. Even so, this war cannot be won if we lose Earth. The Bortesque will fight until she can fight no more, as will I. If this is to be our end, then I will meet it with blade in hand and blood in my teeth. I can ask for no greater honor than to fight beside an ally who has shown this courage time and again.
You are now living in an alternate timeline. Well, yes, that was the point of the whole Engager thing. I wonder if we will see anything different. Things must have changed.
All these years of pain and strife, and it comes to this? I cannot believe that this is how we will end. Our suffering, our struggles cannot be rendered so meaningless. You know what we have been through. This bitter taste, this grief that washes over me, cannot be the last thing that I feel. We will rise again from this. We must.
Glad you're here. We've been fighting non-stop and it feels like we're barely making a dent. Command says we're preparing for our last chance. I hope they have an ace up their sleeve, because I can't see a way to defeat the Iconians in a straight military battle. Whatever happens, just remember that you'll always have the Enterprise at your side.
Things have changed. Okay, we'll see them, I guess. But apart from seeing different people in here, haven't seen anything change yet.
We have defeated one Iconian, but the cost to do so was too high. The Iconian forces are too numerous for us to sustain such a strategy. We have been forced to our last resort. The Krynim time ship has been modified, and we can use it to generate a portal to send us back to the ancient time of Iconia. Once there, we must prevent any Iconians from escaping the destruction of their home world. If necessary,
that's not how the time
ship
works.
Remaining Iconians ourselves.
Huh.
We presumably failed a temporal incursion, changing things in the past while remaining in a bubble of temporally shielded current time. This allows the timeline to unfold as it will, almost randomly. My team and I have been working on an alternative method that will actually send someone back in time to the past, where they can directly affect the timeline and help to guide it along the desired path. We've been running some basic scenarios that leave us quite hopeful that we can aid in the original attacks on ancient Iconia, to ensure there are no survivors for us to deal with in the present.
So didn't they read the logs from the data on the occasion? That's weird.
We cannot sustain this war. The Iconians will destroy or conquer every species in the galaxy. If we do not stop them now, there is no guarantee that this plan will work. But if we do not try, we will certainly lose everything. Our long-range sensors have detected signs of transit from the Iconian spheres. The Iconians must be preparing their heralds for another large-scale invasion. We are gathering our remaining forces to make our stand. The Iconians have picked our next battlefield, and it is the Sol system. If Earth falls, we have lost this war. We have one move left to us, and it is to move this war to a battlefield of our own design. We will attack the Iconians in the past.
Why is Harry Kim there and not Paris?
The Iconians were forced from their homeworld in an attack 200,000 years ago. We will take part in that attack and ensure there are no survivors to fight us in the present. Noy's team is busy reconfiguring the time ship. There are no guarantees, even with time travel on our side. We must hold out long enough for a ship to pass through a temporal portal. That means fighting this fight and every other until this technology is complete.
Captain, this goes against everything we stand for. Everything we've been fighting for.
You talk of honor and duty.
You are a Klingon.
And freedom. All of these will just be words if we fail. We can try to live up to these ideals when we survive.
That is a weird thing for a Klingon to say. That was a really weird thing for a Klingon to say.
We have a tremendous fight ahead of us that we need to prepare for. Do not distract yourself with philosophical debate. If you are doing right by yourself and your crew, those are the only measures necessary for determining honor. I will see you in battle.
All this talk about staying true to some grand principles is meaningless. Let's first win this war by whatever means are necessary. I'd be happy to let my descendants worry about asking for forgiveness for my actions.
I don't agree with this course of action. It goes against everything that Starfleet was founded on. That being said, I can't think of any better options. We've been unable to turn the tide of this war. I will defend Earth until my final breath. I just want to make sure that if we win, we do so without becoming everything we're fighting against.
I agree. Weird how the Voyager is suddenly here. Anyway, now we'll beam up.
You are cleared for departure. Good luck.
Yeah, Server not responding again. It's better than yesterday, at least. The hell is that?
I've gotten word from Nori. They've completed their modifications, and the
cool space dock
ship is on its way. We must hold off the heralds long enough for the Crinim ship to arrive and generate a portal. Once the portal is open, we will go back in time to ancient Iconia and try to change history. But first, we must survive long enough to do so.
Enterprise here. We've intercepted a group of heralds. Can you give us a hand with them?
You got it.
This is the USS Hood. Our attack group is taking heavy losses.
RRW Director responding to your call for assistance, Hood.
A new follow.
I have no idea. Thank you for falling though. Ouch. I forgot to change my skills. I shouldn't have done that. Let's go for these reinforcements. Oh, these are ships. Yeah, that's great. Well, they did have 200,000 years to make their fleet, but still. Well, that didn't go well. We tried. Defiant could use some help by the shipyards. Alright. Well, I guess we'll make another one.
The shipyards are losing integrity. We need someone on damage control, or we may lose them before the ships in dock can mobilize.
Look at this fleet. Who can't find that fleet? Deploy damage control at shipyards. How? Oh, that's how. What's wrong with the planet?
Akagi here. We've restored main power. Thanks for keeping the gantries intact. Bringing the fighting 99th Attack Wing into battle now.
This is ESD control. We're losing life support and transporters are offline.
Early train stock has lost main power. We're evacuating through.
Jesus. So many enemies. Where the hell is this ship? Hello. And these guys go down fast. The good thing I'm not playing on Elite anymore.
I told you I'd be back, and this time I brought
No, it's Silla.
We've brought together forces from every quadrant in the galaxy. That's only just possible.
I hope you're happy to see me.
For once.
It looks like things have been going too well so far. I left because I needed to find allies for this war, ones who you couldn't or wouldn't talk to. The Dominion understands the Iconian threat, and they are quite eager to protect their stake in this galaxy.
The Herald ships are recouping. We should use this respite to our advantage. Form up at the KIS Anorax. We must protect it long enough for it to activate a time portal. Once the portal is stabilized, we can use it to go back to Iconia's past, and hopefully undo this war before it starts. Our situation is desperate. If we fail here, Earth will fall, and Kronos won't have much hope of standing without it.
Was it pronounced Kronos when it's typed Konos?
I'm arriving with the time ship. We must protect it until the portal is stable.
I don't trust that guy at all, though. They never mentioned the data we got. It's kinda weird. Closer now.
Keep those Iconians off us.
Oh, everything.
Coordinates have been identified.
This has a nice synergy. This new skill with the golden console. Hey, Dark Oasis.
We're halfway there. Creating a bridge across space-time.
Creating a bridge across space-time. Technobubble.
Stabilizing the temporal portal so it can travel through.
So many ships.
That's it! Portal is active and stable. Enter it now!
So regarding
temporal emitters. The time portal is open and stable.
whenever a ship comes with it, that is, they can't be upgraded. You have that right. You're asking the wrong person. If it's gold, I think that's the maximum upgrade, right?
The portal is destabilizing. Hurry!
A new follower.
Mosinko, thank you for following.
More gateways. An Iconium flagship is moving in.
This is the moment.
Oh my god, it's the Reapers.
Not today. Everyone, form up and cover our six.
Theirs not to make reply. Theirs not to reason why. Theirs but to do and die. Into the Valley of Death rode the 600.
Yeah, this season is so good. Really impressive. By far the best season so far.
Evaluating astrometrics. Confirmed. We have traveled back approximately 200,000 years. Only our two ships made it through.
There are no signs of Captain Cogran or his ship. We will have to continue the mission without him.
What a coincidence. It's us and Scylla. 2 hours ahead of the time we have the attack on this world.
Perfect. This will give us a moment to get our bearings and figure out how best to prevent the Iconians from escaping their doom. There are only 12 Iconians that we've encountered, so trying to deal with just those 12 will be a much easier task than trying to take on this whole world.
Alright, apparently they're not hostile yet. Alright, you know what? Let me take a 3-minute break and I'll be right back. Alrighty. Yes, of course. My ship has 4 on engineering, for example. See?
Greetings of the whole to you, strangers, and welcome to Iconia. My name is Matara Ren, and I am a herald of Matara. Before I can allow you to pass, I must scan you to ensure that your technology is of a sufficient level for you to be allowed access to our city.
Well, that's a different
Take a moment.
kind of herald.
Your technology is sufficient, but your chronoton particles are substantially out of phase. Please follow me. You must speak to my mistress.
Don't remember. I think they go up to Commander or Lieutenant Commander. Commander is the last, I think.
Remember why we are here. Every Iconian must die in the bombardment, and their technology cannot be taken. If even one Iconian escapes, this could all be for nothing.
I wonder if the bombardment is what made them what they are later on.
I recommend we begin by infiltrating their government building. We need access to their data and the gateway controls. You've seen the ruins of a once mighty empire.
My ship
This
is
Iconia,
engineering.
at the height of its
I have a universal, which means I can put whatever I want there, but it's a level 1, this one. Anyway, this is... I didn't expect to see actual Iconia. They still have their transparent bridges and floors. This is a nice planet. And they are not wearing the suits they do in the future.
I apologize for the interruption, Honored One. These travelers have just arrived at our city. Their chronoton particles are out of phase, and per your instructions, I have brought them to you.
This is the one we killed already.
Thank you, Mataran.
Ooh.
You may return to your station. Greetings, friends, and welcome to Iconia. It is highly unusual to receive visitors with such unusual chronoton signatures, and yet we have had 2 in less than a cycle. Do you know a being named Cogran?
They are not made of energy either. Not yet anyway.
Wonderful. He will be quite pleased to reunite with you. You should be able to find him in the residential district. I imagine you passed through the same chronoton charged nebula he did. That would account for the anomalous readings. Since you are explorers like Cogran, I suggest you speak to Lemira. She is the keeper of our world heart, a repository of all knowledge and a genetic record of the worlds we have visited. The astrometrics data in the world heart could prove quite useful to you. Do you have any questions?
So weird to see the Iconians this way. And no problem, Dark Oasis.
Our world teems with life, but we were the first to become self-aware. Time is no enemy to us. An Iconian can live thousands of years, but our numbers have always been few, And as the years passed, we understood that would not change. Needing servants and companions, we found a local population that could be molded and shaped to suit our purposes. At first, we used them as beasts of burden, or for tasks that were too difficult or dangerous to do ourselves. I imagine your own species has similar creatures.
Yep.
Over the years, machines and technology began to replace many of those functions. And as technology advanced, what we needed from the Heralds changed as well. Ultimately, we needed beings who could think for themselves. Our genetic reshapers transformed the Heralds from beasts to companions. Now we have achieved a kind of symbiosis. The Heralds perform the routine tasks that keep our society moving. We provide leadership, technological advancement, and defense. We begin with a particular genetic line. Sometimes we will use archived genetic material from the world heart, but most often we simply take what we need from heralds who already perform a similar service. We then resequence the genetic material in utero, removing any defects and enhancing natural abilities the herald will need. We also modify their behavior to ensure loyalty and remove unwanted aggression. Once they are born, we begin an intensive training process. Heralds mature very quickly.
That's kind of creepy.
Their training is complete. They
And
are
wrong.
fully grown and ready to serve.
If you do that to an intelligent species.
We are patrons, parents, and perhaps even gods to the heralds. In turn, they are our hands, our eyes, and our pets. Each herald is created to fulfill a specific function for his master. For example, it is my duty to interact with visitors to our world, but I cannot always be there to greet them. Mataran stands in my stead, examining those who seek our gifts and bringing any special guests, like yourself, to me. Our relations with the other species of this region have been contentious for some time. They covet our culture
They still have the
and
arrogance, though.
technology and refuse to accept their proper place in the order. Now they are threatening to attack. As a precaution, many of our people have departed through the gateways to our colony worlds. Once the others have seen the errors of their ways and accepted our rule, my people can return. Do you have other questions?
That's nice. Dark Oasis. I'm playing for a couple of months too. I've been streaming it for a couple of months, I guess.
Greetings, travelers. Are you explorers, or do you come seeking our wisdom and guidance? Either way, I apologize. I am rather occupied at the moment. Please, return later. I should have time to speak to you then. The World Heart is the repository of all our knowledge. It contains the genetic information of every species on Iconia and all of our colony worlds. With it, we can colonize and repopulate an entire world, shaping it to resemble our home in just a few short years. It also holds a record of our culture, history, literature, and philosophy. This is why we call it the World Heart. It is, in a very real way, the center of our civilization.
The changes we see in the Iconians are too great to be simple evolution. The Iconians shape themselves and the Heralds into weapons. Genetic engineering that is both efficient and terrible.
Well, if she finds it terrible, it must be real terrible. But yeah, I guess when they basically lost everything, they decided to advance themselves in a more warrior-like race.
You made it. Something must have gone wrong as we entered the portal that disrupted synchronization. I arrived 2 weeks ago. I remained cloaked, scanned the planet for several days, and then came to the surface as an explorer, seeking to open diplomatic relations with the Iconians. My ship is using the magnetic fields above the poles.
Well, you're not wrong. It's really not intuitive at all. I don't know how they will actually release the game on consoles unless they redesign it completely. Because although they have changed it a lot since the game came out, it's still really hard to grasp.
The Iconians of this time are nothing like the ones we know. They are flesh and appear to be friendly and peaceful, if a bit arrogant with those they see as lesser. Come. They will allow us to move through the city freely. You should see this for yourself.
Cogran is either a fool, or he's being manipulated by the Iconians. Either way, he might jeopardize the mission. We'll need to watch him closely.
I actually agree with him, but yeah.
Someone's calling for help.
An injured herald. This could be a chance to learn about their physiology. Perhaps even find a weakness.
Hello. Can you help us? My herald is injured, and I cannot leave him. I need someone to bring us some healing supplies. Thank you. There should be a healer nearby.
That's really close.
Do you require assistance, visitor? Certainly. However, I do not detect any injuries or maladies in your physical form. What do you require? Oh, of course. It is our duty and privilege to care for our health.
Yeah, basically they are...
I will follow you to the patient.
I guess you can call them arrogant,
We'll
but
see who the lesser race is.
they are more advanced.
I have spent days among these people. They are very proud and very strong.
Thank you, Traveler. I appreciate your assistance.
How do you feel about your creator? The Iconians are parent, teacher,
Not
master,
good, actually.
friend. They are our rulers and our gods, and I am grateful for their guidance. They give purpose and structure to our lives.
A new follower.
Would not exist without
X20, thank you for following. I'm not sure why I actually cut that. That's different. I'll check that out.
Exceedingly well. We do what manual labor needs to be done, as well as other tasks. And in return, the Iconians give me all I could need or want. I know it might sound like enforced servitude to you, but I don't see it that way.
Because you were
The
bred that way, though.
are our beginning and our end. I am nothing without my mistress, and serving her is my greatest joy.
The Iconians' affection for their pets is a weakness. We can exploit that.
I am not so sure. After all, we've seen how the Iconians will transform their pets. The Heralds are merciless killing machines. They have killed multitudes during this war.
Yeah. You reach 50 like instantly. And then from 50 to 60 it's much slower. The progression is weird.
Deaths that we will avenge here. No more waiting. We need to finish our mission. I don't understand why you're bothering to help these people. We need to find the gateway controls, sabotage them, and be done with it. This could all be over if you'd let it.
But let's face it, Starfleet is kinda arrogant too. The Federation. Especially with lesser species, so... maybe that's why we don't like it, because they treat us like we treat the non-advanced races.
That's fine, but what we need is to know more about their technology. And we're going to a park.
When you have technology as advanced as the Iconians, wonders can be found anywhere you look. We should talk to that officer over there.
The progression when Delta Rising came out was torturous. It's still better than most MMOs though. It wasn't really a hardship to reach max level.
I see you are interested in this device. We are testing a new method of encryption. So far, it has proven to be most effective. To access the console, you must solve a series of problems that we believe only an Iconian could answer. Unfortunately, I fear the console is stuck in a testing phase, which is why I am protecting it. It may be a waste of time. You appear intelligent enough, but I doubt you or any of our other visitors could solve even the easiest of problems in the algorithm.
Oh, it was different before, you mean?
I am not supposed to leave this area unwatched, but all of my heralds are performing other duties.
Well, the game has changed a lot
sent you,
through the years.
Very well. Thank you, Traveler. I will not be long.
Let's see what this is about. I can find it. Oh, there we go.
Do you need something?
Oh, these are the questions.
There are 28 possible exotic spheres. Any Iconian knows that.
I guess they give you the answers. I think it's much easier, the way the game is spaced right now, it's much easier to hit higher levels without actually being able to have the appropriate gear, which would be a problem for people. I was lucky and Bosoros basically gave me every gear I needed, but without it, it would have been a different game for sure. 29. No, sorry, there we go. 27. I thought she said 29. 28. What? Okay. Great encryption. Okay. Yeah, this is basically what the Federation does in the future. They deem technology too dangerous to give to primitive species because they will disrupt their advancement. It seems
It is just as I surmised.
Logical.
The Iconians are following their own
Yep.
version of the Prime Directive. They are attempting to protect lesser developed species from acquiring technology that they may not use wisely or well.
Not so fast. We've only heard one side of the story. I'd like to know what some of the other visitors here think about the oh-so-noble Iconians.
give you the medicines you require, but our genetic engineering technology is off limits.
The medicine will help with this plague, but what about the next one? We need the ability to take care of ourselves, but you won't give us the means to do so.
I am sorry, but we have extremely stringent rules about who can use our technology. There are many species who are not yet ready to use our gifts safely and wisely. One moment, Falkar. Yes?
What
May
the...
I help you?
Yes, actually I agree.
I will take your opinion under advisement, but ultimately, this is an Iconian matter. You are simply another visitor on our world.
Cool. This is a really nice mission. But again, this is a good season.
We haven't made much headway trying to reverse engineer the game's follower. Just imagine what.
Yes, Young, thank you for following. I'm sure, whatever. Streamlabs seems to have some issues and it does an IS on the end of every name that appears. I guess they changed their site recently and that's a new problem. It appears correctly on stream though, so good enough.
Oh, I have. You could move an army in the blink of an eye. Think about what would happen if all these heralds just showed up on your planet. Oh, they'd take over in a day. I'm still trying to acquire some of their data. Have you had any luck yet?
Nothing yet. Despite all their openness and hospitality, the Iconians have everything on lockdown. Can't even get near the building where they keep the world heart without some herald.
That red alert takes a while though.
If I were the Iconians, I too would think twice about giving people like these advanced technology.
This doesn't prove anything. So the Iconians had their...
Yeah. I hate when he does that. Alright.
If I were the Iconians, I too would think...
This doesn't prove anything. So the Iconians had their reasons for withholding technology.
I did that red alert once for, what was it, 40 minutes?
We know the bombardment
And then everyone left.
This world will be obliterated, no matter
That
how
was
much
annoying
you
as hell.
sacrifice with the Iconians. And don't forget what we're here to do. There can be no survivors.
Tell your ships to drop into orbit above the polar region. My ship is cloaked there.
2,300 marks, god damn. That's not bad. How many do you need? That seems a lot to me. I think this is the one I have most. And I don't know where you see how many you have, so... Oh yeah, I remember. It's over here. Yeah, I have 0 and 49 delta. Jesus. I couldn't grind like that. I would get bored really fast.
Excuse me, but I require assistance. We have lost contact with several of our colony worlds. I am attempting to increase the range of this communications console to re-establish the connection. But I need another set of hands to adjust the frequency while I attempt to dial in the proper network levels. All of my heralds are currently working on the evacuation. Would you be willing to help me?
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't have the dedication for something like that.
Curious. Our communications should
They're
be
all
reaching
dead.
the colonies, but I am not receiving any response to my messages. Something terrible must have happened. We were not concerned about the lesser races. Not at first. They were like children who wanted things they could not understand. It was our duty to protect them, to guide them. In time, when they were ready, we would have shared all of our gifts. I do not know. If the colony worlds have fallen, then I am sorry. Please excuse me. I must speak to our leaders.
We already know the evacuation did not save them.
But the gateway on New Romulus remained active for a time.
Then we must cut off that path, now, before anyone escapes.
What happened with the music there? Open mission acquired. The stand. What? Huh. Okay.
Welcome, traveler. I apologize for my earlier absence. Do you have questions about our world? We have had contact with many worlds in our journeys, but we have found no people equal to our own. Some of the others resent the blessings our people enjoy.
And I wonder if the Q continuum was
They seek to take that which we will
there
not
back then, 200,000 years ago, and I just ignored them. That's the problem when you introduce godlike races with unlimited power and beings that are omnipotent and omniscient.
Our policy is not to share our technology with species who are not sufficiently advanced to use our gifts wisely. When a society encounters advanced technology, before they are ready, they often don't have the cultural or social development to handle it appropriately.
They basically have exactly the Prime
This
Directive.
leads
That's
to war,
really interesting.
genocide, and many other ills. We would protect the younger species from those tragedies. Our people believe, also, that each species has a unique destiny. To disrupt their path toward that destiny is wrong. All of the others must develop in their own time. We have had contact with many worlds in our journeys.
You said that.
But we have found no people equal to our own. While we are an extremely advanced world, we are not, in general, a militant one. Tiket will coordinate the defense, but I remain hopeful.
Lifetime sub since beta, really?
Solution before blood
The
is
beta was
shed.
really bad.
Matara speaks for us, and she is.
Did you actually like it when you played it?
If all else fails, there are places known only to us.
I played the beta and I decided not to get the game. I only played it years afterwards,
To these refuges, to recover and rebuild.
when it went free to play.
You help us.
Matara is the diplomat.
The attack is beginning. I thought we'd have more time. We must retrieve the World Heart and escape. Will you help us?
The attack is beginning. We must decide how to proceed. I have spoken to these people.
Indeed.
Walked their streets,
And it's awesome.
shared their meals. Regardless of what we know they will do in the future, the Iconians of this time are not evil. They are peaceful. And they are guilty of no crimes, worse than standing up for their ideals. The very same ideals, I might point out, as the Federation's prime directive. You have walked the same streets as I, spoken to the same people. Can you allow them to die for crimes they have not yet committed? For my part, I find no honor in cold-blooded
You are the least Klingon I have seen.
It doesn't matter what these people are now. We know what they will become, what they will do.
Yes, that will be a fair fight with your fully decked out ship that you have worked years for.
And exterminate the preservers. They will incite the Undine to destroy Keswick 4. They will attack our homeworlds, kill those we love, and threaten our very existence.
Maybe if we did something now to help them, they would. We will change the future. They wouldn't be so bitter and angry about what happened.
And that changes nothing. We know what will happen. In our time, they are poised to destroy
GFKT, thank you for following.
the galaxy. There is no choice. We destroy them now and save ourselves. It's a bit late for second thoughts. Our mission is clear. We don't have a choice. We're here and we will do what needs to be done. Atone for your sins after you've saved the galaxy.
It's funny how bloodthirsty Scylla is in this. I just saw an episode where they first meet her in the Enterprise, and she was much more, well, relaxed.
The World Heart contains all of our knowledge and all our genetic data. With it, we can rebuild. We have a refuge built for those who serve us. We shall go there.
We should be able to access the gateway network from here. We could disable all of the gateways at once.
We offered Lemirin our aid. There is no honor in striking down an ally from the Hive.
The honorable thing would be to complete our mission and save our galaxy. Or do you not care about what happens to Kronos?
Yeah, I doubt it's my fault, or the Enterprise's fault. And I still don't get why they called it Kronos.
We need to transfer the World Heart to a transportable format. I'll need your help to initiate the download from that console.
Scylla's gonna do everything bad, isn't she?
The download is proceeding, but it will not complete before the invaders find us.
This is 200,000 years ago. Shouldn't the technology be much better? At least against the lesser races.
Now we need to release the magnetic interlocks holding the core. I need you at the other console.
Alright. You got it. It's not over there. God damn it.
More invaders. They must not take the world heart. To erase the mainframe memory banks, I will require your assistance.
Where the hell are all the other Iconians exactly?
More aliens are coming.
Did you check? It was in promotions, I think. I got the free tier 6 ship and the fast level to 60 ability, which I haven't used. This one. Boost to level 60.
Mainframe memory erased. The last step is to eject the world heart. That was just the beginning of the violence. My people are few, and most of our heralds are elsewhere. Defeating a significant force would be costly to both sides. I know you are not one of the whole, and I have no right to ask for your assistance.
That's not the correct thing. Let me see. Here it is. In promotions.
I fear that was just the blessings of the whole upon you. We must gather as many of our people as possible and escort them to
I just saw that episode too.
Once we are there, I will
that was a good
open
episode.
The path to our refuge. Many of our people already left for Colony Worlds.
Nonsensical, but a good episode.
Contact with them. I fear the worst.
I don't understand how, if you are a lifetime sub, you don't get that. And I get it because I bought the game before it went free to play for €2, which is how much I paid. That makes no sense. You should have that too. Especially since you started when the game released too.
I recommend we locate Tikket. She is our protector, and there are none who know the ways of our enemy as well as she.
Alright, I like that we meet all the Iconians we've seen in the future.
Rescuing Iconians is not what we're here to do.
You have a point.
Perhaps it is. When we came back in time, we did not know what we would find.
I appreciate your efforts, stranger, but I cannot come with you. I will defend Iconia until my final breath. My people are weak, They have neglected the ways of battle in favor of science and art. They are philosophers. I do not wish for them to die, but they could have chosen the path of strength. I will die to defend them. I do not know if I can save them. I appreciate your efforts, stranger, but I cannot come with you. You think it is pride that keeps me here? It is not for pride that I fight, but for dignity. I fight for my people.
We fight for the fallen.
I appreciate your efforts, stranger, but I can't. Honor? Why should I care about honor when Iconian blood is being
I wonder if Tiketis will guide them into a more aggressive future.
They attack a peaceful world. Honor is meaningless. I appreciate your efforts, stranger, but
so
I
weird.
cannot
You should have
come
it.
with you.
I don't understand how.
Iconia until my final breath. Your words have merit. If we go to the refuge, we can rebuild.
Yeah, we should let the get here. We should have let her or him, whatever it is, die here.
She is a fool. She would let her people die so she could avenge them.
Vengeance is a powerful weapon.
That was a mistake on our part. Well, sorry X-Wing, that's kinda crappy, actually.
We will never forget this tragic day.
I like that we are basically rescuing every Iconian we saw in the future.
Thank you. You have shown exceptional kindness and valor in this trying time. I will miss my home. Iconia is precious to us, but as long as the whole survives, we can use the world heart to rebuild.
How the hell do we get there? Oh, the long way around.
These are not a warlike.
Not yet. That will change.
Yep.
Bloodshed affects everyone differently.
I will sense probably because Taket is an idiot.
Warriors when an alien species threatened our home.
And the Iconians will become conquerors.
What are we shooting? Oh, hello. He does war leader. No problem. Did we save everyone? I don't think so. I think we missed some. Somewhere. Oh, there you are.
Now I see your plan. We've won their confidence, gathered them together. Strike now, and we can eliminate them all.
I haven't the link for the giveaway. Nice. You can check it on my Twitter if you like. The game probably won't give me a choice anyway, but yeah. Am I going the right way? Maybe. Oops, these were enemies. They're not Z.
The gateway is damaged. We will need to reroute the power and reinitialize the gateway open sequence.
That actually hurts.
Didn't the others save the Iconians? Where are
I
they?
doubt it's gonna be cheap.
They may already be here.
I think we are the others. By the way. So what kind of price do you think it will have? Less than 50? Less than 100? Less than 200? What is this? Oh, there it is.
We're losing ground!
We can't hold them off or...
That's it. Send them through.
No! This isn't our mission!
Don't do it, Scylla. Of course. Of course, he made everything worse.
You took everything from me!
The World Heart.
There's no time. The gateway is closing.
Only 12 of us are left. That crystal contains our civilization.
Scylla, stop! We are better than this!
I will remember this, Romulan. I will extinguish your people in payment for your treachery.
Yep. Of course it was Scylla's fault. Who couldn't see that coming?
All played out this way before.
Because you fucked it up before.
I am the cause for Hobus.
Great, you destroyed the Romulus. God damn it. Now I feel bad for the goddamn Iconians.
I know what you are going to say, but I did what I had to do for my people. I should have acted sooner. If I had, perhaps Romulus would have been restored.
Yep, we are the others, indeed.
That can't... Tiket! What have I done?
That wasn't much of a twist.
The Iconians have fled to Dewa 3, and the Gateway's console has been destroyed, so no one can follow them. Our fate may not have changed from our actions here, but we have done what honor demanded. We are not murderers. Whatever our future may hold, we will face it with our eyes open and our heads held high. We must return to our own time and see what effect our actions had.
Really good mission.
We're initiating a tachyon burst to reopen the portal that brought us here. That should bring us back to the exact moment we left the present time.
This season is firing on all cylinders. It's such a step up from every other season.
The heralds are firing on the portal.
The bugs are still, well, bugs, unfortunately.
The portal is destabilizing. Hurry!
What? Oh, okay.
Captain Cogran to Alliance Fleet. Stand down. I repeat, stand down.
The animation fails everywhere.
You have the World Heart and the means to end this. Signal the Iconians, show them we have it, and that we are the ones who save them. This is our last chance.
You can see your ship in the links above the chat. Alright, I will check it out after I finish streaming.
Do you wish to surrender?
Oh, it's Mirren too.
How did you acquire that? That is not possible. But yet, I see the World Heart in your hands. It is time to end this. Your leaders, our unity. Now.
Alrighty. That was really interesting. Come on, game. Alrighty. Ticket and Mirren.
If what you say is true, then that core contains all of the lost knowledge of our people. So much that we thought it was lost forever. Will you return all that remains of our civilization to us?
Indeed.
I have never had a chance to examine you closely, but now that you stand before me, I remember.
It's weird how you did not remember at all. Until now.
You are the other. Hate blinded us. Fear events of that day set us on this path. It grieves me to see where it has led. After we escaped to Dewa 3, protecting ourselves became our sole purpose. We transformed ourselves, our home, even our heralds, to prevent another tragedy. And we vowed never to trust again. I did, and it saved us. But we believed the other lost to us. And you were lost to time. And we preserved the whole by any means necessary. Indeed, we protected the whole against the lesser species who would destroy us if given a chance, who would steal when we would not give freely. And we did not mourn the deaths of those who were not a part of our unity. And then we faced you, a foe who would not yield, who subverted time itself in an attempt to destroy us. But instead, you showed compassion, even though you knew what would happen to your people if we survived. You helped us, because that is who you are. I am humbled in the face of such integrity. I shall be forever grateful to you for showing us the error of our ways.
He or she is way too quiet. That's troubling.
Whatever these creatures did in the past is meaningless. They killed our sister. They broke our unity. And for that, I will destroy them. I will never forget what you have done, or what that creator, the receiver, did. There will never be enough blood to wash away.
And that's why time travel sucks.
A single world. I can destroy a million worlds, and it would not be enough. Your existence is an insult to the memory of our people. I will continue my fight, even if I must fight alone. She will not listen.
See, good.
Ken has always been very stubborn. In a few thousand years, perhaps, her attitudes will change. Until then, be wary. Tiket is a formidable opponent, and I will not take up arms against her, even in defense of the other. But with those of us who
This would have been a great season
have peace,
for the TV show as well. Hell, this is a better conclusion to the story, like from games like Mass Effect, for example. I really like this season.
I understand, but our terms are not negotiable. We need time to breathe and contemplate. Perhaps in a millennia or two, it will be different.
Seriously, this was really satisfying. Fantastic job. God damn it, do we have to see Tom Paris again? Oh, we fixed our shirt. That was awesome. That was very... the next generation. Nice. Nice.
Your compassion has accomplished more in one act than we could have with all the phasers in the fleet.
Yeah, that music
Honor and
was a bit too much,
have been
but
almost forgotten over the past few years. That needs to change. It's time to act like Starfleet officers again. We have a lot to do to heal the wounds the war has left on us all. But we've survived the Borg and the Dominion.
Admiral, by the way,
We can survive this.
Fleet Admiral.
There's a lot of work to be done now. We need to rebuild, recover,
Supreme Commander.
try to learn how to live in this new reality. But with people like you on our side, I know we can do it.
We have much to do, but first, we will celebrate. Let the blood wine flow now that the bloodletting has ceased. There is more to being a warrior than vengeance and death. True honor comes from doing what is right, despite the
They are suggestions. I don't get bossed around.
Depart, and we will rebuild. Mercy has triumphed where weapons could not. Now I will try to find a way to share this wisdom with my people. Many warriors have
It was a pretty good Klingon, actually.
Those of us who remain must walk the path of honor.
I don't know what to say. I thought I was protecting our future. But instead, all this... It happened because of a mistake I made hundreds of thousands of years ago. I've made a lot of difficult choices in my life. And I didn't always consider the consequences of my actions. Today has made me wonder if there's another way. If I can be better than I am.
Nice.
I thought this was it. The last day. And I was ready, but I'm glad my daughter didn't have to die in defense of the Federation. That I get to go home after this. We all do. Thank you.
Yep. Back to the ship. Now, again, my character is more of a representation of Picard's Federation. This is my favorite Star Trek show.
The war is over. Although we could not turn back the clock and restore the lives that were lost and the planets that were ravaged, we have ended the conflict honorably. You made the right choice. And that is not always an easy one to make. I would be honored to fight by your side again. Before that day comes, however, we must rebuild. There is already talk of new exploration missions. Perhaps we will find our next challenge among the unexplored stars.
Space trade. Will you give it this time? Because last time... What? Hell yeah. Hopefully I can actually get it this time, unlike the previous trade.
A new follower.
MacLord 40k. Thank you for following. Alright, that was by far the best mission, the best season. It was really good. Ooh, critical. Really good. And enjoyable. I'm glad I stuck with it to get here. So we'll start season 10, I guess the last season, tomorrow. Let me check it out. Yep. And it has not a lot of episodes, so maybe by the end of next week I'll be done with the storyline. Anyway, that's the end of the stream. Thanks to everyone for watching, for staying, chatting, following, all the good stuff. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, to start season 10.